What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Saturday. It is January 18th. We are back with another video for you. If you've never been here before, you are in for a treat. Anytime we have at least 5 games on the slate, we're going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position, since we've already done 10,000 simulations this morning. So we're going to go over those. We're going to look at them. We do have a few questionable game time decision guys who may end up being in or out, which will then bump up some value. So we're going to talk about some value plays as well. So we're going to talk about key players, projections, simulations, value plays, and then we're going to build some lineups. So we're going to build a lineup on DraftKings, we're going to build a lineup on FanDuel, and we're even going to build a lineup on Yahoo Sports for the few people that do play there. So if you've never been here before, we have a giveaway or 2 giveaways every single video. And here's how to win. Super easy, super simple, super free. Like the video, be a subscriber to the channel, and you gotta leave a comment on this video for the comment picker to pick you up. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you'll have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That is a week of every single sport. So depending on when you watch this video, you may win and have a chance at not only NBA today, NFL today, but MMA today as well. If this video gets at least 50 or 100 likes, you have a chance at a free month, which is a month of everything. 150 likes, a chance at a free year, which will include the entire NFL season, the rest of this NBA season, the first half of next NBA season, the entire 2025 MLB season, MMA, PGA, and NASCAR, all for just liking this video. And if this video gets at least 200 or more likes, you will have a chance to win a $500 lifetime pass. So make sure you like the video, make sure you leave a comment, and make sure you are a YouTube subscriber. And the second way to win, somewhere in this video I'll say keyword or key phrase. Be on the lookout for it, listen for it, type it in, and have your second chance at a free week. Now we will roll for the winner of yesterday's video at the end of this video. So we did not hit 50 likes, but we did have a keyword. You guys type that keyword in there, and we will see who the winner is there. So that being said, under the NBA tab, you can see we've got Vegas odds, we've got pace of play, bets, fantasy points allowed by position, our chalk plays. If you play cash, you want to play chalk. If you play tournaments, you want to look at the chalk, but you want to fade the chalk. Then we got simulations. We do 20,000 simulations a day. Usually say check out the simulations and projections about 1.5 hours to 2 hours before tip-off of any main slate, which is normal 6 p.m. Central tonight. And then we've got our cheat sheet. So usually about 6 or 7 plays at each position for cash, 6 or 7 plays at each position for tournaments, and then we build a couple of lineups for you. Now, the lineups killed it yesterday. They are a starting point. They are not an end-all, be-all, is what I usually tell everybody. So that being said, we are going to go over these. Now, these plays can and will change throughout the day with a lot of people. With Embiid already being out, Young is questionable, might play. You got Johnson questionable, Mobley questionable. A ton of questionable dudes right now that may or may not be in or out. Now, that when we're going to build tournament lineups, they will change because there will be so many moving parts throughout the day that we'll see some value open up that maybe we aren't even talking about right now. And that is why I tell you, come back to the site constantly throughout the day. So 5 games, anytime there are at least 5 games, we'll give you 3 top, 3 mid, or 3 value. Let's start. So we got Trae Young at the top. He is 10,100 on for a point guard. Should play. I'm just kind of looking at this. He's probable. So he missed the last game on Wednesday, but he should be able to play. He's 10,100. A matchup against Boston, which could be a premier matchup. We could see lots of points being had. We're looking at about 49 to 52 fantasy point range there. And then maybe one of my favorite plays today, maybe we'll see vintage Curry, but Steph Curry against Washington, the best possible matchup for him, 30th DVP against the point guard position, 47 to 52 fantasy points. We got Tyrese Maxey. Now, he has missed time. It looks like he's going to play. Played on Wednesday, 52.5, 46 minutes. The minutes are there for him. I think it's a good matchup here. I've got him about 46 to 50 fantasy points. So then we move down the list, mid-tier, trying to find some mid-tier value here. Derek White, I really like against Atlanta, 34 to 38 fantasy points. Jordan Poole against Golden State. Maybe they're playing from behind. He's going to put up a ton of points, a ton of shots, 34 to 38 as well. And then Anthony Simons against Houston, about 32 to 35. Now, I really need Anthony Simons to just absolutely dominate and be a stud and go to the Hall of Fame, because I pulled his rookie card back in like 2018 or something like that, and it's autographed. It's a RPA, so it'd be awesome if he could, get it to going. So then we look at some value. When I look at value, I'm looking right around 5K or below, and then if hopefully 5 times value. So currently, I'm looking at Drew Holiday against Atlanta, 28 DVP, about 27 to 29 fantasy points. Carlton Carrington, right around 25 fantasy points. Let us down last time. I think 21 is what he got us. Hopefully we get a little bit more. And then we got Karis LeVert, right around 23 to 25 fantasy points for Karis. So let's move to the shooting guard. You do see Paul George questionable tag, but we'll see if he plays. Malcolm Brogdon already ruled out. DiVincenzo already ruled out. I believe both of them, right? Yep. Out. And DiVincenzo. Not necessarily ruled out yet, but he probably is. So, shooting guards, we got Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man out the top, under 10K. Not the best matchup for him, 6 DVP against Cleveland, but 45 to 48 fantasy points. If Paul George does play, a great matchup against Indy, 24th DVP, 43 to 45 fantasy points. But if he does not play, one of my favorite value plays would be Justin Edwards. He dominated. His minutes the past couple of games are 35 plus. Now he's playing because Paul George has been hurt. Tyrese Maxey has been out. Caleb Martin, Joel Embiid. Now if Maxey's back, I don't know if Edwards is going to get the run we need. But at 3,300, Justin Edwards is a huge value play, especially if he plays. Third shooting guard that we like, Amen Thompson, 30th DVP against position, so perfect DVP against Portland, 40 to 44 fantasy points. Moving down the list, some mid-tier picks here. Kelly Oubre Jr. against Indy, 24th DVP, 33 to 38 fantasy points. Dyson Daniels against Boston, 31 fantasy points. And Shaedon Sharpe against Houston, 30 to 33 fantasy point range. Now, let's move to some value. Like I said, is Edwards shooting guard? He's small forward, but if we're looking at some sort of value here, maybe playing from behind, depending. We got Peyton Pritchard, 28 DVP, 23 to 25. You got Bojanovic against Boston, 21 to 24. Corey Kispert for Washington, if they're playing from behind against Golden State, 22nd DVP, about 19 to 22 fantasy points. So we move to the small forward. You can see Paul George questionable, Avdija questionable, DeAndre Hunter questionable. But let's check it out. Got Jason Tatum at the top, 10,200. Right around 50 fantasy points is what we're looking at. The problem is he's not hitting value that we need. Like 58 is good, yes. But it's still, he's playing down this year a little bit than what we're used to last year. So got Tatum right at the top at about 50. Jaylen Brown, same thing, 28 DVP. I love this position for him. 38 to 42. If you want to spend less at this same position for Jaylen Brown, I am okay with that. You got Andrew Wiggins against Washington, not the best, middle DVP at 14th, but 34 to 38 fantasy points. Let's move down the list to mid-tier. Bilal Coulibaly against Golden State, 25 to 28. Tumani Kamara, 25. Jaden McDaniels, 23 fantasy points. So there's not a ton of mid-tier picks at this position. If he does get some run, I love Justin Edwards, like I said. 24 DVP against Indy, projected right around 20 fantasy points at 3,300. With Tyrese Maxey being back in the mix, we'll see. But I do like Justin Edwards. Cam Whitmore at 19 fantasy points. Max Strus against Minnesota, not the best, second DVP, looking right around 18 to 22 fantasy points. Then we get to the power forward. Evan Mobley's questionable. It's in his first game since December 13th. This is definitely something to look at because, as you said, he got hurt against OKC, 18 minutes in that one. Georges Niang would be a value pick here, but if he plays, 42 to 45. But it's early. He's got that questionable tag. I don't know if he will play. We got Pascal against Philly, 23rd DVP, 40 to 44. And then we do have Jalen Johnson. Let's see what it's saying. So he has missed. He has not played since January 3rd. If he plays, I got him projected about 39 to 42, but then we don't know what the minutes are going to be. So he has not played in 2 weeks. He's missed 5 games. He's not immediately ruled out, but he is questionable, so it is a move up. But again, I don't know if that's going to affect the minutes played, which will scare us a little bit. If he played his full complement of minutes, I would look at about 40, like I said, but that's where I'm not 100% sure yet. And then you got Julius Randle against Cleveland, 30th DVP, so fantastic DVP for him, 37 to 40 fantasy point range. Mid-tier, Jeremy Grant is questionable. We'll kind of see. 28 to 30 fantasy points. Alex Sarr against Golden State, 27 fantasy points. Naz Reid, 30th DVP against position, so the best DVP for him against Cleveland, 27 to 30 fantasy point range if he can get his full complement of minutes. And then we try to find some value. There's not a ton of value that I love here. Looking down, Dylan Brooks against Portland, about 23 to 25. You've got, it's not Keontae George, it's Keyshawn George. The minutes are there for him, and he's coming off a really good matchup there. Trying to see if he's played He has played Golden State this year once, 38 fantasy points there. So Keyshawn George, if he gets some sort of run at 3,600, could get 10 times value. We're looking about 17 to 22, but he obviously is coming off a good game, and he's had a great game against them in the past. And then Obi Toppin against Philly, I don't know if he'll get as much run as we need. 23rd DVP, we're looking at 17 fantasy points. It's about 17 to 20 out of him. And then we need our center position. We got Alperen here, 9,100, 26 DVP, 46 to 52 fantasy point range. Miles Turner is probably one of my favorite plays here, especially with Embiid being out and Drummond being out. I think Miles Turner absolutely runs all over Philly here. 37 to 42, but do not be surprised if Turner goes for a 50 burger tonight. We got Jarrett Allen against Minnesota, 15 DVP, 34 to 36 fantasy points. Mid-tier, I don't mind him. Rudy Gobert, 33 fantasy points. Trace Jackson Davis against a very bad Washington team that ranks 29th out of 30 DVP, 33 to 38 fantasy points at 5,500. Trace Jackson might be one of my favorite value plays at center tonight, unless something else opens up throughout the day. We got DeAndre Ayton, about 32 fantasy points as well. And then we can bring it down a little bit, just depending. And you never know who's going to go off for Atlanta. So Clint Capella coming off 28.5. You got Okongwu coming off of 45.75 and 52.75 there. I do like Okongwu a little bit more. I've got him just above, but I got him about 27 to 30 fantasy points for Okongwu. Jonas Valanciunas against Golden State, 24 to 28. And then if you want to find a little bit of other value, you can look at Kevin Looney against Washington, 29 DVP, 18 to 22 fantasy points. So we look at Kevin Looney. Game log, the minutes are ish. Splits against Washington, put up 19.5. I'm probably not on Looney. I'd rather take Trace Jackson Davis for just pay a little bit more, but a little bit more consistency there. So there you have it. Those are just some of the plays for the top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. So all 5 positions covered. Early projections through 10,000 simulations. If you want to see more, check out the article, which will be linked in the description of this video. You can also check out our completely free Discord down below as well, where we answer questions, give out core plays. If you got questions about sports bets or anything like that, we are hopefully there for you to help bring you home just maybe a little bit of bacon. So let's build a lineup. Like I said, I love Steph Curry today. I'm feeling a Golden State stack, which we got to take advantage of a Golden State stack. I just feel like we do. Because Washington is just such a bad team. Take a little bit of Rudy Gobert against Cleveland. I also want Miles Turner, so I'm going to put him as our utility spot. I want Pascal in there as well because, again, I think a little bit of Indy, a little bit of Golden State mini stack here is where I want to go. Derek White will be a cheaper option here, averaging 32.8. Great matchup against Washington. So now we're at a forward of 5,700. So you can find Alex R, Trace Jackson Davis. Like I said, Golden State is where I'm at. I'm looking at Trace Jackson Davis. Well, we can't play him. So instead of Gobert, I'm going to take out Gobert. I'm going to go Trace. Now a forward for 5,400. So Tariq Eason, missed some time, but maybe he's back. Toumani Camara. So if I were to look at Tariq Eason, I've got him projected right around 26 fantasy points. Camara, got him right around 25, which basically the same, but first DVP, so not the best for him. You got Jeremy Grant, questionable, but if he is back, I do like him. With Martin already being ruled out, what are we looking at with Grant? Is he going to be in or out? Upgraded to questionable, 8 straight. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't know if he's going to be in, so I don't want to put him in there yet. So I'll put Naz Reid in there. We've got technically 3 center positions here: Reid, Turner, and Jackson Davis. We have 4 Golden State players, 2 Indy players, a Boston player, and a Minnesota player as well. So those are the DraftKings lineup here. The keyword of the day is photographs or pictures. I say that because my sister decided to sign up for pictures for the cousins, which would be my 2 kids, and I was told late last night that I'm the one that has to drive them to them, which didn't even know about these pictures, which is an hour away, and it's in the morning. Not happy, not enjoyable. So pictures or photographs is the keyword. So that's our DraftKings lineup we built. Our FanDuel lineup, I've already built it. I've got Fred VanVleet all the way down to Miles Turner. I've got Trace Jackson Davis in there, Steph Curry in there, Dennis Schroeder, a different Golden State player, Derek White, Cam Whitmore, Andrew Wiggins, Pascal. They're all there. Pause the video, look at it, see it, love it. That's our FanDuel lineup. And then Yahoo. Kind of the same thing. I built it around Drew Holiday, Buddy Hield, Steph Curry. So you can see Steph Curry is in all of them. I have Justin Edwards in here right now because he is so cheap. Hopefully he gets the minutes in the run, but even if he doesn't, he helps build a boomer bust lineup there here on Yahoo. So I'm going to lock that in as well. So that being said, we are going to run to see who the winner is of the keyword from yesterday, which was television or TV, because ours went out and I asked you guys for some brand ideas and pricing. I'm still on the lookout. So anyone who shows me a good TV at a good price, and if I go with that TV, I will give you a free month of FTA Plus. So the winner of yesterday for the keyword is DJ Stevens 1267. Congratulations, DJ. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1 at gmail.com. Let me know if you have a username on the website. If you do, let me know what it is. If you don't, let me know a username, an email, and a password you would like. We'll get you set up for a free week of FTA Plus, and hopefully you're able to bring home that bacon. So that being said, I will link our complete breakdown, lineup build, projections, everything that we did for NFL. I put that video out yesterday. We're going to link that here at the end of this video. Make sure you go check it out. Make sure you leave some comments. Watch the entire video. Like the video as well to help the algorithm. Hopefully we're able to bring home the bacon. We go over DFS in that, and we go over some of our top bets and favorite players to score some touchdowns in that NFL video. It's a longer video, but it's a breakdown. We broke down all 4 games, all 8 teams, broke down everything for you. So make sure you check that out. Good luck with the NBA today. Good luck with the MMA today. If you guys are playing that, our projections are out, simulations are out, and lineups are out. The main fight had already changed. Someone got hurt or missed weight. I don't really know what happened. I didn't see it yet. So the main card changed a little bit. So it's already out there, ready to go. Lineups are ready to go. The only thing I say is if you've never played MMA, don't just set your lineup and forget it, because a lot of times people withdraw in the middle of the day, and you could get screwed. So if you put your lineup in early, hopefully FanDuel or DraftKings will do that push notification to let you know that the player is in or out. So that's what I've got. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.